Hey everyone, welcome to PopXP. And before the show starts, make sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notifications when we go live and we upload awesome new content. And don't forget, if you can, make sure to share our stream on all your social media outlets. We appreciate it, and thanks for helping us grow the PopXP channel.
No! Old Bean, you look terrific.
Well, thanks.
Wow.
Get a shave. So yesterday, so I late last night. So I started feeling better. I still have this at the hang on.
What is that from?
This is from the adhesive band for the gauze ripping off my skin. But otherwise, things have gone pretty well.
Wow.
Healing right on schedule. So I'm still very nasally, as you can hear.
Yeah. Well, for those that don't know, JC Tex Vaughn actually had major nasal surgery.
No. Calling it major is sinus fiction, man.
Repaired a deviated septum.
Come on. You didn't laugh at sinus fiction?
Oh, so I didn't hear it. Old Bean, I'm having wine. I'll drink to that.
That's good. I'm having Diet Snapple.
Oh, don't drink that stuff. Will kill you. Good Lord, with the diet. It grows extra feet on the backs of mice and stuff like that.
That's just great. Well, the sugar would kill me too. I like
water. See, I have a little glass of wine, a little glass of water.
I drink a lot of water. A lot of water.
Well, Candace is here. Of course, Candace, our resident cheerleader.
Candace, I am largely feeling substantially great. I have learned the art of sneezing with my mouth open, which is something the doctor tells you have to do, which is really, really bizarre. You know, our reflex socially and our reflex is that we cover our mouth and close our mouth when we sneeze, right? And I sound like some weird barking dog when I don't do it. But of course, they don't want you to get the pressure up here for a couple weeks. And
so there's no packing up in there?
No, it is not at all like it was in the olden days of doing this, which may be as recently as 5 years ago.
Yeah, because I think it was a decade ago with me because my big mouth, I've gotten my nose broken 3 times.
I find that so hard to believe. Well, if you bring a hockey player at all.
Yeah, but once was playing. What? Where did he go?
I don't know. That was great. That was like
great.
The quickest drop in ever.
Oh, what is going on? Dr. B is in the green shirt. Whoa,
what's up? What's up?
What's up, brother? How you doing, Dr.
Being fashionably late, as normal.
Fashionably attired.
Fashionably late.
Yes.
No respect.
He's a bolo. Don't they wear bolos in South Carolina?
I don't know.
Why are you asking him about South Carolina?
Because he's from South Carolina.
Oh.
Originally.
Yes.
But he's been an Arkansas boy.
But now he's a doctor councilman now.
Yes, the Dr. Councilman breakdancing sniper.
Detective.
Oh, here we go.
I was called an internet sleuth in the newspaper.
Yes.
Internet sleuth.
Yep.
Here's to that.
Yeah, here's to that. And to righting wrongs all across the fruited plain.
Oh my God.
Anyway, so I had to get my nose because I had an 85% blockage on one side of my nose because my nose is all bent. So if I look like this, I look like a different person compared to like this because it's bent. So I thought, I went through insurance. The doctor's like, yeah, we can get you all fixed up. So I'm thinking, what kind of nose am I going to get? Am I going to get a Brad Pitt nose? Am I going to get a Jimmy Durante nose? So the thing is that my friend is an actor and he wanted a nose job to make his nose smaller. And he had his doctor write up saying he had a deviated septum and he got a nose job. My doctor said, oh no, we're not straightening out your nose. We're not doing any of that. No, we're making your nose larger. We're enlarging the canal where the blockage is. So they made my nose wider. So I have a bigger nose. And then before I came in, what's up with that? What is up with that?
Man, what is up with that?
Now I would have got a Porky Pig nose.
Yeah, what's up with that guy's name is Malpractice.
Thank you.
So I called you boys here.
Billy,
Mm.
I want to get to why we're here, because if I start bleeding, I got to bail.
Yeah, let's do this quick. We won't stay on long because we're gonna pop in a pot pie, man.
Are you really?
Yes, we bought a pot pie from Costco. So
I love
look at
pot
this.
pies.
Everybody
Look at
out
this.
there. Yeah.
I was so excited. And part of my thing as editor is you've always taken care of me, make sure I get everything for the book. But I was so excited last night that I backed the thing.
Oh, JP. Let's see if JP is you back stuff for the God love you. Is that JP one? Yeah, let's get JP in.
JP says we must talk to Mandalorian.
Can you send JP? No, we can't talk Mandalorian. We can't talk Mandalorian because I haven't
tonight.
Yeah, we're
Not
here
tonight.
for Shin Haikyo.
Yeah, we're here for Haikyo, but he's part of the fulfillment crew. Jay is friggin' awesome. He's a great friend of mine. Blevins, can you send him the link
Can I send
via the Facebook? JP, the link.
Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time.
All right. Anyway, but Old Bean, this is what I want to get to it, and all you guys out there, I want to thank everyone, all 1,600 of you who pledged for this campaign. And Jeff, aside from Scoop Magazine, there was not one mainstream dedicated comic book press website or blogosphere, anything like that, like website, news site, let's call it that shared this campaign or ever once mentioned it.
This goes back to the strength of the Tucci troopers, man.
I can't send JP a message because he never accepted my friend request.
Oh man. Come on, Jake, accept his friend request, man.
I can't even believe that.
That's just
like this.
JP. Thought we were
That's like this. That's the heart, and
There's
it's
the heart.
It's breaking.
Yeah.
And you better. It's gotta be.
Let's talk about this really quickly because this is an achievement. You were just on it. Let's get on the facts of this. This is stunning. Okay, we had some expectations of support that you were going to get, and it didn't happen. Not through any malicious actions. Just that's the circumstances. It's 2020. No, why anybody would think anything would go perfectly is beyond me.
Right.
But the strength of the Tucci troopers has been revealed, brother.
It has. The Tucci troopers are strong. We're like a battalion size.
Man, can we say that on Wednesday you were at 90,000?
Yeah. Is that where we were?
Yes.
Wednesday you were at 90,000, and then
we were. And listen, we were all very upbeat that we were going to make 100.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. That's just that's wonderful. It's I was hoping to break 100, to be honest with you, because I really wanted that 100. Because then you get 200, you get that legendary status. So that's
anytime that we get, and I'm really sorry, guys. I can't hear myself very well. Am I coming through okay? Yeah. All right. So anytime that the way we get things done is we're goal oriented. There's JP.
What's up, boys?
What's up, brother?
We're goal oriented. So the minute you get 90, you want the 100.
Yeah, you do. But it's also a statement because we were well aware, and I don't understand it because I'm friends with a lot of these people who have these comic book news sites. Bleeding Fool covered it, but aside from them and Scoop, no one else covered it. And again, you scratch your head, you wonder because you're sending them out updates and press releases almost daily.
Part of the thing that I've found out, and of course I'm operating, for work, I'm operating at a pretty high level. I mean, obviously the Overstreet Comic Book Price Guide commands a lot of respect, and I get some amount of coverage on that kind of thing like that. But as a creator, I'm operating at a smaller level than you in terms of notoriety.
Yeah.
And what I've found is that you not only have to send them the press release, you actually literally have to engage with them and get a commitment of coverage, or just be cool with them not covering it.
Yeah, I am. I don't want to bother anybody.
You don't want to go, yes, may I have another? You don't want to go hat in hand to these people.
Yeah, no.
I mean, this is legitimate news.
Yeah, and it gets frustrating, but you know what happened though is that again with the Tucci troopers, again with our friends like Fragaboom, EVS, Charlie's London, Mandy, so many people of our friends had me on their YouTube shows.
Yep.
and taken away, from, I had a great time with Dan, and I was on Dan's show, and it ended up becoming a fun time, good party time. But I was on Dan's show, I think maybe Friday night, for like 2-3 hours. And then I realized never once did he mention his own Black Flag campaign. That's live right now. That's in demand. He didn't even mention his campaign.
I had that on Vampire PA. It wasn't that I was on live with him, but Justin Gray was out there promoting Vampire PA at the same time he was running one of his. I always try to pay that stuff back or pay it forward.
Yeah.
But that's one of the things that's so interesting about this is that even though the guy, you're technically competing for some of the same money, but the fact is that people who get excited about comics don't buy fewer comics.
Yeah. You're right.
I don't know.
And the rule with the OPP, don't you there, Dr. Blevins, that we're down with OPP. PopXP is down with OPP. Other people's properties.
That's right.
Projects. Other people's projects. We share all the time. That's why I got into it. So let's see here. We got some. Let's go through the chats here real quick.
Please.
JP Blevins. JP is happily waiting. He didn't get a friend request.
Oh, he got it. I had to undo it and then resend it, and now he got it.
Never had. I went and looked at it. No friend requests.
JP, don't say anything. JP, don't. No, JP, talk. Ready? But look, it's not his box, and he's
see.
Now you can talk.
Because I went and looked, and I'm like, there's nothing. You know what though? Facebook changed their whole layout. The whole GUI is different.
That's cool. Blame it on Facebook. It's cool, bro.
Lev, do you know how much stuff they've broken since they went to this new layout, which is absolutely horrendous?
It's horrible.
Horrendous.
It's horrible.
I will say this: the new Facebook change is horrible, but not as horrible as sending a friend request and not getting accepted.
And now I have to wonder what else I'm not getting.
That's true.
Billy almost spit his drink out.
I did. All over this piece of art that I got to do. Page 40.
That would be embarrassing.
Page 46, splash page, Old Bean is going to blow you away.
Billy, that could have been a true splash page.
Yeah. The best splash page ever.
I haven't put yet, but as you know, with the previous sheer, Miss Fury, it's on my, of course, Daniel, my friend, thank you so much. We're going to stay in demand with this campaign. Our exclusive ended with Indiegogo. We're going to stay in demand until this book starts fulfilling. We are still on schedule, right, Old Bean, that this comic goes to press in January.
Yep. And
we will begin fulfillment in February. And then we launch the She the She Omnibus Edition Volume 1 in March. So we want that book will be done fulfilling. This She Haikyo will be done fulfilling in late February into March, barring COVID shutting down printers.
Yeah.
But I don't see how that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I believe the American economic engine of prosperity.
What the insurance folks call acts of God, notwithstanding, our expectation is that this will really be in a groove and get done not only on time, but a little bit early.
Yeah. Yep. And then we start next month, which is like 2 weeks or a week and a half. Yeah. So Old Bean, let's talk this real quick because this is fascinating. Speaking of being ahead of schedule, that's a Bill Tucci cover right there.
It is.
What?
It's a secret She appearance.
Yeah. Yep. So right now your campaign is still live.
It's in demand. It's in demand.
But you've printed all the books already.
Yes.
And when are they going out?
Well, that's the great fun. It's due to reach people in February. My goal is to begin shipping a week from Monday.
Wow.
That's
Microsoft
awesome.
word to your mother.
So we got the Billy Tucci Indiegogo cover.
Yep.
We've got the standard, not so standard, Amanda Connor cover.
Excellent.
We've got the Gene Gonzalez Kickstarter exclusive cover.
Nice.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then we have the one that will be in the comic shops, Matt Bush.
Yeah, that's a great cover.
And let me tell you, you've seen this illustration before, Billy, and it's a simple black and white illustration. And Don Guzzo, my designer, just kicked ass on it. We played around with it and got the levels of the black to where we wanted it to be, and I think it looks dynamite. And so, I have an expectation of what my direct market orders will be through American Mythology, and so I just printed them. And I think that on top of that, we did a special edition of.
Let's see that. Hang on a second. Hang on, Ara. I just want to. Hello, Ara.
Hello, Ara.
Ara, the Armenian knight. The king of Armenia is here. Good to see you, buddy. You are Armenian, right? That's what I would assume.
So
hang on. There you go.
This is the James Nelbs cover of the special edition of Insecurities. Thanks to our sheet.
Cover. We didn't see the whole cover.
Okay.
There you go. Now, I love that. The scene with the 911 Carrera and the police. And what is up with that?
Billy, let's stress that it's a vintage 911, not any of this electric bullshit.
It's like an 85.
Exactly. My friend is an 91, I think.
Let's also point out that the license plate is one of the greatest bands of the world.
That's right. Top 10 fastest ever. Top 10.
Caused the worst riot in Texas since Oswald got shot.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we have some people talking. Yes, thank God it's in demand. No. Actually, the funny thing is I've been up since 5 o'clock. I went to bed about 1. Guys was working, and I did a YouTube show. It was great. And with the Critical Blast guys, it was fantastic. And so I started working. I'm working on this awesome splash page, Old Bean. We're inserting some pages. It's a new page 46. Which is making the book now 55 pages of story and art.
It's just incredible.
It just keeps growing. But why not? It's all action.
Let me tell you, as I have said before, anybody who's seen any of this book is going to want more of this book. So that's a great thing.
Should I tell them what it is? It's sort of a battle on heaven and earth. How about that?
No telling them what. No telling them what it is.
I can't drive 55, Billy.
Thank you. Yeah, no. So yes, 200. The book is in demand, but we closed it. And I don't know if it was by accident or not. That's not really, and then we got a whole bunch of emails. Like, what do you close it for? Keep it in demand. So we're like, okay. So we put it in demand, and we got even more numbers today.
Yes.
Pretty phenomenal. Unbelievable. This book will be in demand by the time we start fulfilling. We'll probably close it once we get all our numbers, though, because the process, we got something like the last day of Return of the Warrior fulfillment. We got 100 orders on the last day.
That's just incredible.
It was crazy.
Yeah, and I think part of that, I think we have to say is the early people receiving it and talking about it.
I think so because a lot of people now are contacting us privately that they missed Return of the Warrior. So they want to know if they can get a book. And we have a few, but we have to send our books. Connie has to get her copies. Renzini, George Perez, Amanda, they have to get their copies. But I have a handful of each. So we do have some of the editions. And after the new year, just contact me message through the Indiegogo, and we'll just set up a PayPal, and you could just PayPal until those books are gone. There you go, Dr. B. Problem is, Dr. B, those books are gone. So the stretch goal pack, we'll still honor the stretch goal pack, but it's not necessarily going to be the same as the original one because we're out of patches and we're out of that book. We're out of the
black line. Wow,
the black lines are gone.
Well, they ain't getting mine.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Not getting mine either.
Yeah, there you go, JP. And thank you for helping us out, brother.
I'm gonna be back there in 2 months again.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Well, we're looking right. So that's what we're doing right now. We're looking at stores. So what we figure is in town in Sable by me. With this COVID thing, a lot of stores went out of business. So we're going to look to do a pop-up. And if you ever see like the Halloween stores do it, or for political, when a candidate's running, they'll take a store like an old drugstore that closed down or some shop, and they'll just rent it for a month. And that was Blevins told me to do that, Dr. B. Man, this guy's
if you can get the rent right, it's really not a bad idea. I mean,
$1,000. I'm like, hey, you're not doing anything with it. We're not going to touch anything. We're just going to put boxes there and some tables, and bring a radio in and have some fun for a month.
So long as it's heat, because it is February, probably good to go.
I think so, brother. I think
Likes.
so. Candace said, plug my website. Okay. So we have, I don't know, if, Jay, if you met my niece, Emily, who came in, she's a little spitfire. We're going to start rebuilding our new website. We have the www.billytucci.com. And we're going to do it either via Wix or Peter Cimetti was telling me about Wix, and he's a big proponent of that. The alternative website's fantastic. So, but we're going to build a new website because I do have some of these books left over, and we'd like to put them on the website. Some of the special editions, some of the variants. There's probably only like 10 or 20 each of them, but I really don't want to bring them to comic conventions. So I'd rather, you guys get them there.
Wait, comic conventions?
Well, the nice thing about
I remember them.
They're coming back, Jeff. Mid-Island Comic Show better come up again because you know what? I know everybody's just fed up. We need to get back to some normalcy. And for Billy's website, if you pick the right web editor, you or Deb or your web designer, they're able to go in and move stuff now on the fly. It's not like it was back in the day with Go Live and Dreamweaver. Things are a lot different now. It's drag and drop, hit, publish.
That's what I want to do. Yeah, because that'll be my job. That's what I want to do because right now I have to bother my sister-in-law to send an update or to add an image. I'm like, why can't I just do this? And she's like, you can if you just,
Just by looking at it.
Yes, old man.
Jay Dredd has a question here about George Perez. Can you pop that up? I'd love to address it.
Judge Dredd. Okay, let's see. There we go. Can one of you get George Perez to do an Indiegogo campaign? He's a living legend, and if promoted correctly, it will be highly successful. You know what? We should talk to Spencer Beck about that.
Yeah, the only thing is that for good friend Dredd here is that George is retired, and George retired for health reasons.
Right.
And so the cover he did for Billy may be the last cover he does.
Yeah.
And
he told me it was the last cover he's doing.
Yeah, he did say that. And I hope he goes back on that. Because we need more George Perez art. I'd much rather him take care of himself and celebrate the legacy of what he's done. Yeah. I would love to, though, either from doing it himself or from another publisher, for him to get behind an art book.
Yes, I was just going to say,
which I'd love to get behind that, but that's the only thing that we can realistically look forward to.
I'm sure he's got so much art sitting around that's never been published that he could do a killer sketchbook, Jeff, or an art book that has finished pieces, and that's just stuff that if he has it, it's just supply it, let it be cleaned up, and
and wouldn't you love to see a process book from him?
Yeah, and even
that would be great.
And that section of convention sketches, because of the hundreds he's done, especially for Make-A-Wish and all. And I know, you can put that call out to George Perez fans. There's a George Perez fan page on Facebook that I'm a part of.
That would be amazing. He does a forward, or even if he has somebody I want to say in a sense ghostwrite, and he verbalizes to this person what he wants to say in the book, whether it be for different chapters of what he was doing or stages of his career or whatever it is. And then that gets put in there. And then you've got that from the horse's mouth. I think that would be intimate for the fans too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to see if Critical Blast wants to come in real quick.
Make Billy do one.
Hey, Billy, just to let you know, I'm looking at your BillyTucci.com. It's just you just have a regular WordPress setup. It's pretty much just click and drag as it is.
Is it? Well, I haven't sat down with my sister-in-law to show me how to click and drag it.
Yeah,
because I want to do that. And
WordPress is pretty cool, and you have all these different covers and faceplates you can put over like different themes and stuff.
Yeah,
and when you add your store to it, it literally is like a package store that you just affix onto it, and it adds another page.
Yep,
WordPress
file. And then all the payments are just taken through PayPal, Square.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Venmo, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's why we want to have. That's why we want to do. Have my niece come in and have my niece work with my sister-in-law, and then show me how to do it because I could do that stuff real quick. Yeah, Florida's doing it right. It's amazing with Florida of them not having. I mean, Jeff, look at our state. JP, look at our state with this draconian lockdown stuff, and we have more cases than anyone. more more infection rates, even a rate and percentage than anyone. So, come on.
Yeah, but
I mean, people aren't following the rules though. Also,
they're not following the rules.
We also have one of the highest testing rates in the nation. So you have to have a little bit. And listen, I work for the county. I see a lot, and I'm also now doing the IT work for a large portion of the contact tracers at Department of Health.
Mm-hmm.
So I see what's going on, and you have to take one thing into account here that I think some people lose sight of too. We have such a high rate of numbers because we've also got the highest rate of testing in the nation. So if you're only testing 100 people a month, your numbers are going to be this.
Right.
If you're testing 25,000 people a month, obviously that number is going to rise. So you have to take that into context.
And just like our country too, the nation is testing more than any other nation as well.
Yes.
And that's why we have all these high cases of it and stuff.
Well, also you have the double testers as well, like the people that test and get approved, or get told that they have it, then they take a secondary test to see if it was true, and then they do, and then even they don't wait the full quarantine time period. Then they come back and they get tested yet again within the time period, and they come back still that they have it.
And that's one of the loopholes of the testing system right now. Is that
three times one person, just like voting.
Right. They don't have a system in place where, I say, JP, I go in, I get tested, I come back negative. And if I test 5 times negative, I show on a chart as not as an individual who tested 5 times, but as 5 negative tests. If I went in and tested positive 5 times, that would show as 5 positive tests that they don't refer back to an individual. So the numbers are a bit skewed. Blevins is 100% right.
201 Studio has a question for you, Billy.
Oh, we got super chat. Thank you very much for the super chat. $5. Got the hardcover. What is the difference between signature and no signature in the signed free section? If you want your book signed, it's signed. If you don't, it's not. That's basically it. That's the difference. And thank you so much for the super chat, and thank you so much for getting the hardcover. I really appreciate it. I think it's a beautiful book. And the way the Haikyo we're putting it together now with Niall and Mindy. And it's superior to Return of the Warrior book. And that's just it. Like a signature by me is, if you want to, some people want it signed, some people don't. Now we're working with CrowdOx. So we will have that. We have that option now if you want it signed or not.
And speaking of your hardcover, I have intimate experience with that book because we were unboxing them, and those boxes were heavy. But let me tell you something. We pulled those out of those boxes. What a beautiful job they did on that hardcover.
Yeah.
It's a gorgeous book.
Yeah. That's API, man. That's API. And then we have,
it's a very nice, the hardcover is wonderful, except for a little editorial.
Yeah, there's a little thing in there that makes it, there's no credits page or legal. And my 2 editors, me, my wife,
none of us caught it.
The letterer and the printers, none of them caught it. The proofs, none of us noticed that we didn't have credits in the book or the prelude.
And listen, I know the Overstreet Guide is weird because we do have inside front and inside back on hardcovers. But unfortunately, that's my training.
Crazy. So
thank you, TJ.
Yeah, TJ said looking good. Yes, indeed. We'll talk about that tomorrow, Candace. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, okay?
Daniel
JP, do you know if this was one of the books you touched or not? Was it this one?
That was one of them, yeah.
Are you sure that it was this one?
Well, listen, you can't tell which of us actually touched it because, unfortunately for us, everything came shrink wrapped. So we had to unwrap every single book.
Every single one.
Every single book came shrink, which was great and helped preserve the books when they got here. But it also, we spent hours cutting shrink wrap off of every single book. That also, we had to lose days.
Billy?
Yeah.
Billy, great question here from Mark C.
Oh, another super chat. Hang on. Thank you very much, Mark, for the super chat. Pledge at 5 a.m. this morning. Thank you so much. Very much looking forward to the Omnibuy. I like that. How many volumes you see needing to collect it all? Right now, thank you, Mark, for the super chat. I'm thinking at least 4. There's a lot of she books because the first one will be the first we're doing
Way of the Warrior.
Way of the Warrior.
Tomoe. And the Tomoe miniseries.
Tomoe is in the Way of the Warrior volume.
Right.
Tomoe miniseries and she return Way of the Warrior. Volume 2 will be the Senryaku omnibus. It's going to be actually a writer and artist omnibus. So it'll contain the original pages of the book, of the original printed book, but then all the art will be separate. The art will have its own page, and Gary Cohn's lettering, prose will have its own page. So the books will be double page. It's going to be a massive book. Then we have the singles and crossovers omnibus. Then we have the the series omnibus, and then
the
Return of the Warrior trilogy omnibus. So that's 5 so far.
Daniel looks like he's got a little bit of a pickle in the chats. He's saying, I'm split between hardcover Jeff Chapman and the Glow in the Dark. And, personally, I don't think he can lose on either one. However, Daniel, if you display your books and you like to, it might be kind of cool with the Glow in the Dark because, lights are on in your man cave or your comic cave, and then you turn the lights off and boom, that's what's standing out.
Well, yeah, here's the thing. We're not making any more money off the Glow in the Dark. Because I wanted a Glow in the Dark. It costs almost as much as we're selling it for. Because it's so hard to do Glow in the Dark. That's why no one does it anymore. Because it's just too expensive. But I want a Glow in the Dark dang cover by George.
Hey, Mark C's brother, Chris C.
What? Where's Chris C?
Underneath Mark's super chat said, "Did we unlock movies?"
Yes, we did, Chris.
Yeah, we did.
We unlocked the movie story. Yes, but I talked to Peros. That's got to be its own show. We're going to do a nice PopXP episode on that, and we're going to tell the story of the greatest movie you never saw that was never made.
Yeah, we did it. You did it. Is actually you guys.
Well, that was your idea, and Peros is like, we wrote that 20 years ago. I got to read it. I got to go back and read it so we can but I did art for it. We had the poster, and I have all that stuff on CD. Here's one. Right. Remember, I showed this is the Cannes Film Festival special edition. This is the book that they wanted, that they paid for to make, that they gave away free at the Cannes Film Festival in 1999 or something.
I think so. Yeah,
1,000. So, yes, I think a black light would have been cheaper, and I think we will do a black light because black light's going to work perfectly with Gatecrasher, Old Bean.
Uh-oh.
Yes, we will have a black light cover for Gatecrasher.
Also, there might be room here for us to get some competitive quotes on the Glow in the Dark.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's talk about that in the morning, my friend. But we are going to do a Glow in the Dark Way of the Warrior #1 as it was originally intended back in 1994, 93 when I solicited it, that I was never able to make. That will be offered with the She Omnibus edition.
I think that is phenomenal. And I want to apologize to everybody who misunderstood the same way that I did that it was going to be Grow in the Dark.
Just add water?
No. It's an isoconstricting photoreactive tripolymer.
Excellent.
Gremlins edition.
Moon tight.
Yeah. Eclipse Warlord, good to see you.
Wow, Candace has an idea there. A black light cover. But that's more the ink and how that kicks up on the black.
It's ink and the way it's colored.
That could be really cool, too.
We got to think. Don't miss out on Zach's new campaign, $4.99 with Narwhal. Narwhal is an amazing artist. I haven't seen nearly enough promo for that one. Come on, guy. Come on, Zach. Come on, Narwhal. You guys got to get out there and do it, man. Again, with us, and this is why I love our Tucci Troopers so much because, Jay, you missed this. But aside from Bleeding Fool and from J.C. Vaughn from Scoop Magazine, Diamond Scoop, and that's interesting, isn't it? That Scoop covered it, and it's a crowdfunded campaign. It's not a dime, No mainstream comic press even mentioned the Haikyo campaign. Not a one. Not a one mentioned. The Beat, Comics Beat didn't. Newsarama, CBR, none of the comicbook.com, none of them. And I sent them all press releases and all daily sometimes, and none of them felt it was newsworthy. So despite the news blackout or whatever, what you would call, we did have, two super important ones, with Scoop and Bleeding Fool, and we appreciate you guys tremendously with that. And then we had some of the smaller ones too that helped us out. Some of the more smaller news sites, and we appreciate them too. And it was all like a word of mouth campaign. Pretty great.
Well, listen, she's been around for a long time, and the people that remember her and you when you first came out with the book in 94 into 95, right?
94, yeah, 94.
People remember, they don't forget. It's no different. Let's be real. It's no different than Vampirella or Lady Death. Vampirella's been around since the 60s, and she's iconic. Lady Death's been around pretty much the exact same time as she.
Yeah, Lady Death came out a month before.
Right. You're talking two out of the three original bad girls of comics, Vampirella probably being the first recognized.
Yeah.
She and Lady Death being the next two. The comic fans don't forget. And, when how the comic industry is, especially with the fans. God bless them, and I'm not saying this in a bad way, but telephone, telegraph, telefan, it's going to get out there.
Yeah. Well, that was the whole point. It is the word of mouth thing, just like it was back in the day. And same thing with Brian Pulido, because I look it up and I don't think they give him any press either.
No. He self promotes like,
and I think this is a really great example for JP and Billy, is that Brian and Billy have devoted fan bases.
Yes.
And if you even just thinking cynically, if you're just thinking bottom line business, like how many viewers do you get for a story? You would cover Lady Death or She or both, because these are phenomenally successful crowdfunding initiatives in a day where many people, established creators, struggle to get into the range of half of what these campaigns own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why you have to promote yourself too. Again, and your friends at Critical Blast had me on last night. Ethan Van Sciver had me on. Fraga had me on. Charlie's London. Mandy had us on. Mandy Summers. I mean, all our friends came and said, "You can come on my show." Shane Davis. I was on with Shane. And that was tremendous that they went out of their way to, when they have their own shows, and they did it to help promote my book, and that was just great. Well, 200 Watt Studio. Thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Oh, it looks fantastic, doesn't it, my friend? Jeff, I'm so proud of this book. And
I think you guys, listen, man. You know what I've said about it. I've thrown my no hyperbole thing out the window because this is just this great book. And like I said earlier, when you talked about adding the pages, anybody who's seen any of this book is going to want more of this book. And I'm so glad you're able to give it to them.
Yep. Chris C, do you know why Brian doesn't bring Lady Death to Indiegogo? He did. He brought the Lady Death universe to all back issues and all. And I think he's just more comfortable with Kickstarter. It's easier for him because he has all of his fan base. They know where to get it. And I mean, you can't argue with him. He's making, $350,000 every Lady Death Kickstarter. So why if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
He's just got his drive going with Kickstarter, and he's solidified it to the point where he has it down to a science. Whatever his whatever his deals are that he's made, that's what works best for him. And he just, like Billy said,
hey, what's up?
Don't fix it.
Actually, did do well. He did over 60 grand for selling his his reprints, not his reprints, to selling his his collected editions. He did great with it, but I think he's like I said, who can argue with Brian? You can't argue with Brian. You can't argue with Ethan. You can't argue with John. You can't argue with these people that know exactly what they're doing. And just let them, let them go with it. Me, I feel comfortable personally. I feel, and Jeff will attest to this, that I feel very strongly about the No Fan Left Behind. I feel very strongly about doing it on both platforms. And why not? Everyone, my whole thing is that everyone deserves a little Bill Tucci there. Shit deserves shit. And there are some people that just prefer Indiegogo and some people that prefer Kickstarter. And if somebody wants it, why not? Hell, I'll sell, I'll sell Target, I'll sell in Walmart too.
Hey,
Everybody
Billy,
deserves a little shoot.
I really wish that Diamond would pay more attention to
They
it.
are. They're aware of it. They are. It's you know what it is. It's not. I don't think it's really Diamond. I think it's more the retailers. I think the big two, and who knows now with DC. DC just keeps screwing up every step of the way. I think it's the big two. They have put a stranglehold on retailers that are forcing them to buy so many, sometimes hundreds of extra copies of a book that they're not quite sure is going to sell, just so they can make that money back on a special variant.
Well, have you seen what I forget the name, and please forgive me, the distribution company DC decided to go with? Have you seen what they're pushing to our retailers now? They're telling retailers, much like what Diamond had done at one point, you have to have a $500 a month minimum with them in order to get the DC books. And now on top of it, they've made it even harder to distribute, because they're saying you absolutely must have a brick and mortar. You must prove you have a brick and mortar shop. And if you sell online, you have to prove that you have an eBay store, like that you're a legitimate business and a seller. And they're really like hammering this home. And I'm saying, man, you know what? Look, call me crazy. If I was a distributor, very much like Comic Book Online Monthly does, where you can order your books online, right?
Yeah.
Mail order. If I'm a distributor, so long as you have a valid tax ID number and you are within those bounds that are needed in order to do business with a lot of distributors or wholesalers, I don't care if you have an eBay store, if you sell on Facebook Marketplace. If you're legal to buy as a wholesaler and you want to build an account, I want to let you build an account. The things that they're doing it's like, why would you kill your business?
I want to address that, JP, just for a second. Like, being somebody who did own a store for a while, I think it's actually a good thing with the whole minimum and need to have a brick and mortar, like other than the online, because essentially what they're doing is they're protecting the margins for the people that are purchasing them at the minimum. Like, if they didn't have a minimum, first of all, I think that with them having a minimum, they should offer deals like free shipping, which of course they don't do, and Diamond doesn't do when they distribute. But what I'm saying is, the whole idea of having a brick and mortar, one of the biggest problems that brick and mortar has is battling with the online only that doesn't have any overhead, that's able to take that 40% margin and cut it down to like 5% or 10%.
Well, that is true.
You always hear about the comic book stores having problems dealing with the online. And also you have people coming in being like, hey, look, I really want to buy my 5 books from you, but I can get them cheaper over here from this online place, and I just have to wait a couple of days.
Yeah, see, that's,
and again, I don't agree with
that
your
sucks for our retailers.
No offense, and it's only my personal opinion, but I don't agree with that. I think that making sure that they have a brick and mortar kind of adds that value to having a brick and mortar, because like I said in The Incredibles, when everybody's special, nobody's special.
You bring up an extremely good point. I mean, it is one that I did think about. I don't want you to think that I haven't. And one of the things
I just wanted to.
Why would they make it $500 a month though for DC product? I mean, what about the store?
It's probably $500 a month collectively. When you break that down, it's only $125 a week.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know a lot of stores that they can't handle that bill. I mean, so what do you do with them?
That's like 60 books a week. I mean, maybe you're right. Maybe that all includes other encompassing items. I don't know if that includes the shipping also or not, with the minimums. But again, minimums are shipping. Minimums are an issue at all distributors. Like, they're not doing anything special. Like, they didn't all of a sudden come up with this crazy unique idea about having a minimum. Like, it's something that is always there, and it's probably how they gauge to have their customer base come in here, and also are able to predict how much money they're going to bring in to make sure their contract with DC is solid.
Yeah,
I got to say, I believe, and please, somebody who knows better may feel free to correct me, that the terms are being dictated by the publisher, not by the distributor.
So my argument with the whole thing is, if you, like, let's say, all right, you want to mandate that you have to have a brick and mortar. I can understand that 150% because, like Blevin said, yes, brick and mortars have horrible competition with eBay and Facebook Marketplace and some other places. Let Go, blah blah blah, right? But at least listen, have a little mercy on the retailers. I know a couple of guys here in New York, brick and mortars. One of them, I don't want to name the store, even though they're a phenomenal store. They do toys and they do comics, right? And they're huge. In the comic sales, I'm talking to the manager that runs the store because I've known him for 30 years. And even he says, he's like, we're scaling back tremendously on how much we're buying. We're almost down to what do I have in my pull list? And then literally X copies for the wall. And I'm talking 5 or less because especially now with the pandemic and with the way that things are, and they're feeling it and they're seeing it because also people are coming in. They don't have the money they had pre-COVID.
Right.
So that $500 a month, I'm like, man, you really want people to sell a whole hell of a lot of product they might not be able to afford to sell.
I know you're saying $500 a month, but I mean, I don't believe that all right, look, say the grand scheme of things, $6,000 annually, $6,000 a year. That means that at full sale price, if they sell all the items out, like they're only bringing in $11,000. And if you have a business that only runs on $11,000 a year, I mean,
let me play devil's advocate with that though, Doctor.
Yeah, no,
and that's this. If you were to go in, all things being equal, I think everything you said makes sense. That said, though, it doesn't account for startups. It doesn't account for the weird situation that we're in right now. And one of the things that JP, I'm sure you've seen, is that stores that have subscribers and an eBay presence already before COVID started are the ones that have weathered this the best.
Yes, the ones that have been able to go online and have been able to adapt and overcome to changing conditions in the market are weathering it.
I won't say their name, but it's a great store here on Long Island, and they've got a subscriber base in the range of 200, which you should be able to make a good stake at if you've got 200 subscribers.
Yeah,
they did not lose very many of them economically to the customer circumstances changing, and so that's great. But their walk-in business is virtually dead.
Yeah,
right.
And so it's now become all their internet and their subscribers. And so if you're going to introduce new stuff during that time, and you're going to make it more expensive for them to get by having it come from a separate distributor, because you take 2 boxes that weigh that you take your stuff and ship it in 1 box, it's cheaper than the same weight in 2 boxes.
Right. Because they still have a diamond account. They still have this account, that account. Like the one store that I'm talking about, they do a massive amount of toys and statues and all that kind of memorabilia,
right,
as well as the physical books. So now this is another. So my point being was, they have all these other bills already. Now they're stacking another 500 on top. Well, what does their nut have to be a month that they're selling to cover all this? And now this store has a massive worldwide mail order presence. So, they're okay. However, I know a few other stores, like one right here in my town in Hicksville. I know the owner very well. He doesn't do really eBay. He's a brick and mortar, and that's tough. One of his top 3 selling DC comics, honestly, is Batman Detective and let's say Superman. And the other one's just he's really not selling. He may not be able to make that minimum.
Yeah.
And that's a problem because that could kill him.
So let's totally turn the subject on its head. Billy, at what point do you see going back into the direct market for She?
Oh, I'd like to go in 2021 for sure.
And
Absolutely.
one of the things that having this stock of inventory of stories that you've done through that point, will give you guaranteed ship dates.
Yeah, absolutely, and that helps us compete. What I have to look at though is, well, with our hardcovers, we're going to have to, we're going to have to get what are they, gatefold dust jackets for them.
Yes.
Unless we just put a sticker, a USB sticker on it. A USB sticker.
UPC.
Yeah, UPC USB sticker. If we can put a USB sticker on the back, we can plug it into anywhere. No, yeah, I'll have to put a sticker on the back of the book, but maybe just keep it then shrink wrap, which is kind of cool. But I'd love to go in 2021. Definitely start shipping stuff. I have to see. We have to do an inventory count, but I'd also then maybe just break down the issues once we're done. Maybe the end of 2021 when we're completely done. USB sticker. When we're completely done with the Return of the Warrior trilogy, because the follow-up book is this July's or August. This August, or maybe July, May, June, July. Yeah, July. This July's Hotaru, which is the finale, the third act of the Return of the Warrior trilogy.
Speaking of third acts, I did yesterday, day before, I watched Godfather Coda, The Death of Michael Corleone.
What is that? Is that The Godfather Part 3? What is that?
It's a re-edited part. There's some new scenes.
Oh.
And I honestly, I'm not one of the people who hated Godfather 3.
I hated it.
I know you did.
It was like the Richard Donner cut of Superman 2.
But it was very enjoyable.
Superman 2 was great. What, Donner made a different cut? It's even better?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
The Donner cut is what he intended to do originally.
No Superman being able to split into 5 pieces or throw his little
as shield
as a big giant tarp.
Billy, feel free at any time on the Mid Island Comic Show Facebook page or on the new group that we created to promote She. I don't know.
Okay, thank you. Because I think I promoted it once on the low grade comics, and you guys yelled at me. I didn't know I wasn't allowed to do that.
Well, in low grades, low grades. Unfortunately, we have a no advertising policy because
I didn't know.
All of a sudden it becomes a crap show of 700 posts of advertising and 2 legitimate posts. But
I completely understand. I just didn't know it, so I'm a little shell shocked at it now. I'm like, okay, let's just get that out of here, Jeff. Let's just get
on the Mid Island Comic Show page in the group, though, because I mean, listen, I own it. It's me. By all means, you can promote.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Out. Just let me know so that I can also tag it and then I can comment on it.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow and I'll tag
your admins.
And as far as low grades goes, what we can do, which enables me to promote She, is we can always do giveaways like we did where I took some of the books that had a couple of dings and nicks that were like, all right, now what?
Yeah.
And I'll do a giveaway and we'll promote the hell out of them that way too. We can do that also.
Sure, that would be fantastic. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yep, that always works because, listen, low grade means it ain't mint, right?
And you had mentioned special. Who had mentioned special? Oh, the Blevins, right? You said if someone's if everyone's special, then no one's special, right?
Yeah, like I mean that's basically from Incredibles.
Okay, but speaking of something special, can I share something special?
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. Let's share a little something special. Miss, I gave you my heart, but the very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Special. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
That definitely is special.
That is definitely special. That is oh, look at that. I have one even bigger. That's a little scary. Hey, Graham Nolan, what's up?
Hey, Graham. Hey, look. We can't hear you. You're muted, Graham.
Let me stop sharing. Let me move this back over here. I did another one today. It came on. And I think, Jay, I'm going to do something special every day. Every time I'm driving that car, listening to the Christmas music. Let me stop screen. I look crazy there. I'm going to – I shot another one today. I'll show it to you.
That's
do it
just
all week.
Disturbing.
It is disturbing, but I can't let it go. So, and this time I whisper special.
Yeah, you're like
I
special.
think I was at work when I saw that.
There you go.
And I got back to my desk. I popped.
Yeah.
Then the very next day, you gave it away.
Here we go. Now it gets better.
This year, to save
Here we go. Ready?
tears, I'll give it to someone special. Special.
You know, I think that, you know, usually I try to keep track of where a particular episode goes off the rails.
I know.
I think we've reached that point.
All right, Bass Marine. Now I see TJ. All right, everyone's giving me this. It must be a USB sticker. We got to do one. Now we have to do one.
Man,
But
you could just get, you could just get the You could get the USB drives when you buy them in bulk because you don't need that big. So you can buy like the 1 gig ones or a 2 gig ones, and like when you buy them in bulk, they're like 50 cents, and then you can pay to have the picture done on the outside of it. Like they actually print.
So I can make a tiny sticker and put it on.
You don't even have to do that. When you order them, they'll actually do it, and then you can bring the Qi flash drive, and you can plug it into your computer. You can click and drag over the Qi PDFs and ship the PDFs instead of digitally through.
Well, then they're gonna have to pay for shipping, and I don't think they want to do that.
Well,
That's the point.
Whatever your next deal, I thought that was.
Or maybe we could just make a few special ones for ourselves, and we could just do that. Some few choice fans can get specials.
Well, you just had a Miss Fury mascot cameo for my cat jumping on me.
There you go, buddy. There you go. Now I see. First of all, I saw that. Hang on, Blevins. Mark, see, you lost your brother. I lost my brother in a car accident too, and I'm very, very sorry.
Yeah, I definitely did not mean anything.
Yeah, no, he's cool with it, right? I
don't know if he is or not. He didn't reply back, but I mean, I apologized. It was.
What'd you do? Now, TJ said something about with Lady Death and She and what they're wearing. And man, if I share my screen of my campaign, my character, they said if someone could, maybe Dr. B, if you could find that and share that.
Share your campaign.
Yeah, let me share my page.
TJ, that would probably get flagged, buddy.
You want me to share the Haikyo Indiegogo campaign?
No. TJ's quote.
Oh,
I'm trying to share. It's not let me share. What's going on?
Which
Google Chrome is not responding.
The at JP. Can I post the Qi? Whatever is that?
I don't know.
Billy, I don't understand what you're talking about.
About what She and Lady Death are deemed as sexist. And that's why they're not.
Oh, that was a while ago in the chat.
Yeah, it was a while ago. But if you look at she wears far more clothing than Wonder Woman wears, and even more so now with the skirt and everything. So I reject that notion, TJ, and anyone. And I know you don't think that way, but for those that do, I reject it. How about that, old bean?
Well, you know what? That whole argument, the whole sexist argument thing, I think you have to look at things in context. And in the times of when things were created, what was in the market, what was accepted, what was acceptable, these are all things that have to be taken into context.
You know what? Context is lost. I totally agree, JP. I had somebody about McCandless and Company. I posted some of Harry Rowland's great art from the story No Man is an Eyelid, and a person posted, "Women dressed as hookers? No way." Well. Yeah, they were dressed as hookers. They were undercover as hookers.
Right.
You know, that was the story. It wasn't that they were doing anything lewd. It was they were out trying to blend into a certain atmosphere. But did the person bother to read it? So context means nothing to some people. It's unfortunate that we live in an era of book burners. But, we do.
Yeah, you do. Yes, we do.
Is your super chat working, Billy, or you need me to post it again?
No, my Chrome is not responding.
Here you go.
I'm like, Andy Smith, what's up, brother? I can't read it. Can you? I got a big.
Congrats, Billy. I hope to be as successful at Indiegogo as you are. Looking forward to the rough cut version of the book.
Oh, thank you, brother. You will, man. We'll have you on. Yeah, we'll have our boy Andy Smith on. I don't know if you're doing this week. Well, I think we're just going to have a 250th episode this week. a little Christmas party. And we'd love for you to come on and promote it. And then, in a few weeks after the new year, we'll have you on and we'll really do a whole show on you.
Andy, all you got to do is what Roddy Piper did in They Live. Kick ass and chew bubblegum and be all out of bubblegum, buddy.
There you go.
Hey, here's Herrenberg just made a comment about the USB drives. He goes, important. We use a company called Logotech, who make personal USB drives with our logo. We ordered a box of 4G drives, but next time we're going with 8G.
Oh,
you do that with She too. What's up?
Go big or go home.
That's right, man.
Blevins, did you sign in StreamYard just like through my link or just signing on regularly?
I just signed on regularly.
All right, because I'm gonna try to quit out for a second. I'm gonna see if I can remove. I can't even remove myself.
So the running theme of Billy leaving his own show continues.
Yeah, well, it's been happening lately. I don't know why.
Because you're out of your mind.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna quit out and then close the program. Hang on, and you should be.
Hey,
we're missing the teen sensation. Now what do we do?
Now we can talk Mandalorian. Now it's a Blevins show. All right. Let's talk about Flash Gordon on Atari 2600.
Oh my God. Talk about a blast from the past. Ornella Muti, one of my first crushes of all time.
Uh-oh, he said he doesn't have a device connected.
Oh, well.
Poor Billy. There he is.
I'm back. No, it was just the computer. I don't know what's going on. How you doing that? How are we moving those things around?
Magic.
No, how do you do that? Come on.
You click on the picture and you just drag them like this. Whoa! That's Disney, bro.
Let's have a race.
Like a PopXP.
Let's have a race.
You guys, oh no!
It's like we have the PopXP throw camp.
Wait, I'm gonna try something crazy right now. Let's see if this works.
Wait, let's wait for it.
Whoa!
Welcome to the Teaching Billy Tucci Technology Show.
Oh, there's Andy. Okay, now I can see. You guys are great, man. Anyway, I'm going to get going. We've been on for an hour. I just want to thank everyone. I'm going to share the screen again, if I may.
Please.
To share the campaign. Thank you, guys. I'll be on again tomorrow. We've got some big Kickstarter news going on.
Hey, congrats, though, on 122K.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. I'm so excited.
That's incredible.
Wow, we went up. We were up. We're at 122, 166 with 1,606 backers. You guys are great. You made our whole year in this awful year. You guys have given us, and I sent it in the update today, a real sense of joy and accomplishment. And no one here on Team She, we're sure the hell is not going to let you guys down. And as Jeff said, I believe firmly, wholeheartedly that Haikyo is going to be the best single issue of She ever.
To this point.
To this moment.
Yes, to this point.
Like right now, Return of the Warrior is. As soon as people get this, they're going to think Haikyo is, and you and Mr. Peros have your job cut out for you for making the third part.
I know.
To it. And let me tell you, what I know so far is it's going to.
Yeah, I think so too. We'll see. So it's going to be crazy, the end of this book. We'll see the reactions. But guys, it was great to see you. Old Bean, with your continued recovery.
Thank you.
Great luck with that. Blevins, Dr. B, good talking to you. I'll talk to you tomorrow. JP, I'll see you this week, brother. All right, maybe we'll get some lunch.
All right, man. Yeah, we gotta hook up because I gotta give you some money.
Yeah, and I'll buy you some lunch. How about that?
Okay, it works.
All right, man. I'll call you tomorrow because I gotta go. I gotta run. I don't know what time you get out of work tomorrow, but I gotta run errands. So,
listen.
Later, Daniel.
I'm in work Monday, Tuesday. As of Wednesday, I'm off until January 3rd. I go back.
Perfect. Let's have lunch Wednesday then. That'd be perfect.
Okay, cool.
All right, guys.
And to everybody in the audience, thanks a lot. And Billy, just one quick plug. McCandless is in demand probably till the end of the week.
Keep it in demand.
Now, I'm not. I mean, because I've got the books are already printed, so I can't.
All right. Week, man. That's Christmas. Keeping it open till Christmas. Nice.
There you go. Oh, look at this. God, look at this. God bless Billy, JC, Blevins, and Jay. Look for my She you sent. Oh, wow. Just holding up in South African. Wow. You're South Africa.
Golly.
Thank you
so
much.
It will well be worth the wait.
Thanks,
I can
Daniel.
guarantee you that.
She Returned the Warrior is going to be a worldwide phenomenon. All of she. So everyone have a great night. Love you guys. Everyone out there, you guys just made our day. Again, the Tucci Troopers came through. We're just beginning. Right, Dr. B? We are just beginning, man. And this was
we haven't even said what's happening in 2021 because it's so incredible. Everybody's mind is going to be blown about how incredible of a deal we have for 2021. It's going to blow everybody away.
Yeah. And I hope you liked it, Bass. No, not Bass. It just turned. Oh, it's Monday over there. Good morning, my friend. Burley. Someone said they read. Oh, I hope you enjoyed it, Jasper. I know writer's block sucks. Break through it. Just keep writing. All right, everyone. Thank you all so much. Old Bean,
we'll have a Merry Christmas.
You came through for an hour. You were supposed to come on for a few minutes. And look forward to our Christmas show. We have a PopXP Christmas show. I don't know if it's going to be. I think it's going to be Tuesday. And Niall and I will send that out to everyone. It's going to be our 250th episode celebration, and it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll invite TJ on. We'll invite people on, and we're just lining up some guests. Some of our pals to have them come on, and it's just gonna be a lot of fun. So everyone have a great day, and I'll be back live tomorrow with some big news.
And everybody who we don't see tomorrow, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Billy, I'll see you during the week. Dr. Blevins and Mr. Vaughn have a phenomenal holiday, and to all the fans watching right now, you guys have an absolutely phenomenal holiday, no matter what it is that you celebrate. Please be safe, and we want to see you guys all back in 2021.
It's a fact.
Yeah, and Old Bean, I don't know what you're doing Wednesday, but maybe if you're up to it, you want to join Jay and I. Maybe we hit that diner that we all love.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm still probably. I go to back to the doctor on Tuesday. I'm still probably restricted, but we'll find out.
Tell you what, if you want, we'll get you food and we'll deliver it to you.
Well, you're gonna have to drop it off because he lives far away. You guys live far away from me.
Well, I don't care. I'll drop it off to him.
Billy,
I don't want to drive past the county traffic. You kidding? Christmas time?
You're a whiner.
Oh,
yes, I am.
Jeff, you're in Nassau like me?
Yeah.
If you want food when we're on the way back, I'll get it. I'll drop it off to you.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Everyone, we'll see you guys tomorrow. And just keep pledging, keep sharing. This has been a fantastic show, a fantastic campaign. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.
You know what, Billy?
Yes.
You mentioned it, but let's be blunt about this. This is a really good end to a really crappy year.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. All right, guys. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow, and let's keep going upwards. Let's see if we can hit legendary status with this one, too, with 200. So thanks, everyone.
Leave it there, Chief.
See you later, guys.
Bye.
Hey everyone, thank you for joining us on PopXP. If you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button and also click the bell for notifications when we go live and we upload some awesome new content. Also, don't forget to head on over to Twitter and follow us at the PopXP and over on Instagram at the PopXP. Thanks again everyone, and we'll see you soon.